Good evening, good evening. I started not to come on tonight, but I said, let me come on. It's been a few days since I've been on, so I hope you guys can hear me. But it's been a few days since I came on. But I'm getting ready for bed. I have moisturizer, cleanser on my face. But I wanted to just come on and chat with y'all for a little bit just to tell you, some things in life we take for granted. You know, I was sitting in my chair at work today, doing some documentation and catching up on some things, and something bizarre happened today, and I just wanted to share with you guys. Don't take life for granted, because today I could have been gone today. I saw my life flashing before me and some other co-workers. And we were sitting there chitting chatting, getting ready to wind up for the day and go home. And this unexpected visitor that we had came walking through the door. We was at work and came walking through the door. So we was like, okay. And he was dressed, in a ninja suit. That's right, in a ninja suit, and he had a mask on. And he said, ah, and we looked and we turned around like, what is going on here? And he said, what kind of place is this? And I said, what do you mean, what kind of place is this? We're a college, a junior college. So I didn't let him know that we was a junior college. I just said, what do you mean, what kind of place is this? So he was so stoned. He had to be on something to not realize that he had just walked into a junior college. And either that or he was mentally challenged, So he was like, what kind of place is this? And I said, what do you mean, what kind of place is this? And he got so angry till he just walked out and said, just forget it. And he tried to shut the door, and he had it cracked halfway. But I just want to come on here and say, don't take life for granted, because when you're a prayer warrior and you pray every single day for your co-workers, for your family, your friends, your extended family and everything, when you begin to pray for people that you don't even know, your angels is encamped around you. The Bible tells us that the angels is encamped around us. And I thank God for the angels being encamped around me and my co-workers today, because it could have turned out, as, preparing somebody's funeral, and things didn't look good because this man was either insane or he was on drugs, one of the two. So I thank God for being my protector. I thank God that he let the enemy behave and didn't do anything that he didn't supposed to do. So I just thank God for just sheltering us today, because like I said, it could have been a funeral. It could have been bad news on today. But I just want to come on here and share that with someone. And then, I'm going to take it a little bit further, I'm a prayer warrior. I pray every day for people I know and don't know. But I am going to take it a little bit further, and I am going to start a petition at work because of our safety as teachers and counselors and administration staff and all the staff that is at the junior college here. So I'm going to see if we can get some safety procedures in line, and I am going to see if I can really petition that and make sure that that happens. You know, whatever I have to do, that I would do. And thank God that our students went there. They had just left, and it was just staff there, you know. But this guy, he was just going from room to room, classroom to classroom, and you know, they finally, you know, apprehended him and got him out of the place, and we was all safe, you know. But here's the thing, you know, always, we never know what is going to happen throughout the day. We never know who may come our way and try to destroy us, because the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But God comes that we might have life and might have it more abundantly. And I just thank God for protecting us throughout the day and dispatching our ministering angels out before us and giving me the words to say at the time that needed to be said. Because, you know, when the enemy's on the scene, God will send our angels there to protect us, but the enemy knows when he come to confront one of God's people, he can sense the Spirit of the Lord is there, and sometimes, you know, he will try to act out. But this enemy, he fled. He got angry and tried to shut the door, you know, and he fled from there. He said, "Oh, just forget it." So I just want to share that with someone, just to be encouraged, and don't take life for granted. You know, sometimes we can overlook life and the things and the problems that we're going through. We just never know what is before us. And it's so good to have a prayer life. It's so good to have prayer warriors. And it's awesome when people are praying for you and you are praying for them. So I just wanted to encourage someone on tonight, just to, you know, the Bible say be watchful and prayerful at all times, because we never know, because the enemy is always out there lurking, seeking who he may devour. So my word to you, never take life for granted, and always pray. And lastly, I want to say about Mother's Day Sunday. When I was at church, the pastor said a mother's prayer. A mother's prayer can go a long way. And if you have a praying mother, had a praying mother, her prayers are still working today. And I believe that my mother is in heaven, and her prayers are still working for me today, because I knew and I sensed that she was looking down upon me, you know, while all this was going. She was looking down while she was in heaven, and began to intercede for me, began to pray for me. A mother's prayer is always working. A mother's prayer will continue to work. And I just thank God for prayers, and thank God for my mother prayed for me. And I just wanted to come on and encourage someone before I laid down tonight. I'm out here walking my puppy, Chloe, and she's getting her little exercise in, but she's kind of anxious because mommy's not going nowhere. Mommy's here talking with cream on her face, with you know, cleaning her face and scrub on her face. So mommy's just sitting here and she just patiently waiting for me to finish. But I just wanted to come on here and just encourage somebody and just tell this true story that, you know, I could have been gone tonight. I could have been on my cooling board, as the old saints used to say, the old believers. When you pass away, you in the morgue and you on your cooling board. But thank God I'm not on my cooling board. I'm here to testify and share this great news about what the Lord has done for me and my co-workers. And, you know, just keep praying, and never give up. All right, y'all, be blessed. Bye.